Yo, what's up guys? This is Tom here, and today I'm gonna bring you another battle with this one team I've been testing for the PO Simulator tournament. By the way, I lost my match for the last 32. It was an awesome match, and I lost in a very narrow 1-0. But unfortunately, I forgot to save the log because, as per usual, every time I do have a good match going on, I forget to save the log because I'm just stupid. And yeah, but this time I have it like the last one, so that I have no team preview and stuff. Because yeah, I was thinking just bring you a nice little chillin' narration and stuff, and yeah. But that's that, and now let's get started. So I added off my Hitmontop predicting the Tyranitar lead, and I think I make a double switch, predicting him to switch out to his Gliscor probably, but he switches out into Tentacruel. So that's also nice because, as you know, this is my Specs Kingdra, and he probably thinks that he could wall me because without any Dragon Dance boosts, normally Kingdra couldn't touch Tentacruel. So this thing gets hit by Specs Dracometer, and this does a lot. So I go for another Dracometer, but of course I miss because there's no match where I don't miss a Dracometer. And he sets up his second layer of Toxic Spikes, so that's just stupid. But he's gonna go for some protection shenanigans as I go for another Dracometer, and I would have missed this one too, so that's just really dumb. But of course, that happens. I mean, I won't complain or anything. I mean, it's just the game, and yeah. But now he switches out, knowing that there's another Dracometer coming on his way, and yeah, so that's what happens. But now I switch out. I don't really know. Oh yeah, into my Rotom H because it's the best thing I have to take on this Ferrothorn. In hindsight, I probably should have gone into my Hitmontop and spin away the hazards right away. But yeah, Rotom is also fine. But you know the set, and I go for a sub. And well, as he brings in his Tyranitar, and I just go for a Will-Wisp, thinking that he couldn't really touch me unless he's like special with Dark Pulse or something. But that's not the case because he just sets up his rocks first, and yeah, and that's the usual Tyranitar stalling down with a Rotom H. Because Crunch obviously doesn't break the sub, and I can go for really weak discharges, but the burn does its job, and yeah, it works. Alright, I could speed this up a little bit because it's just, plain out stalling and stuff. But man, even the fast option in the ASAP recorder isn't really that fast, so yeah. Oh, he switches out in his Gliscor. Okay. Oh, and I predicted that and went for a Will-Wisp, but of course I missed, and this is what's really gonna bite me in the ass later, because that Gliscor, yeah, I can't really do much to it. But I go for the Overheat, doing a pretty significant chunklet, and he goes for a Toxic, so this reveals that he is the, sub roost, no, not roost, that would be stupid, because that's illegal, but sub, Toxic, protect, Earthquake. But I go into my Kingdra, and lock myself into Dracometer again, I think. As he predicts it nicely and goes into his Ferrothorn again, knowing that he could wall anything. Because I don't have like HP Fire or something. Even though it would be a cool idea for like a Specs Kingdra in OU or something. But you know, this was for this one tourney, and there's no Ferrothorn, so yeah. Alright, but I go for, you know, weak -2 Draco Meteors and stuff. I see Leech Seeds to get his most out of this situation. And yeah, he's pretty much at the same health as he was before this Draco Meteor, so that works for him. But now I go finally into my Hitmontop to spin away all these really annoying hazards. As he switches out, I think, into his Tentacruel again, which is alright, I guess, because it can't really do much to me. And from this range, a close combat should be enough to take it out, but I don't really know if it's this turn where I finish this thing off with a close combat or if it's no. So I switch out to my Rotom H, thinking that he would go for like Toxic Specs again or something, but that was probably pretty stupid as he goes for a Scald, and yeah, my Rotom H takes a really big hit, which it only can take because it's pretty specially defensive, but yeah. Alright, so he goes for some more protection shenanigans because I'm toxic, obviously, and I will lose some health every turn. So that's not cool. But what happens next? I think he switches out into a Snorlax, knowing that I would go for a last overheat. And obviously Snorlax has the Thick Fat ability, which means it has basically a fire resistance. And that's why this overheat doesn't do anything. But okay, I go into my Metagross and go for the probably unexpected Hammer Arm because I don't know, it's actually a standard set on Smogon, I think, and yeah, but it works because he doesn't expect it, obviously. Well, Metagross isn't really that common anymore. But yeah, as he goes for an Earthquake, and that does a lot. But now I go for the Meteor Mash, knowing that he's probably going to switch out into his Gliscor, wanting to preserve his Snorlax for later as a Death Fodder or something. And yeah, but I have to switch out now. Go to my Hitmontop for an Intimidate, I guess. But I'm not really sure because I really can't touch this this Gliscor actually, because my only attacking move is the Close Combat. So yeah, that's something. But I now go into my Sharpedo, knowing that he's gonna go for a Protect. But that really doesn't help me too much because now he can go for the Protect again, stalling for some Life Orb and whatnot. But he switches out into his Ferrothorn because he has that left also, and the only thing I have to hit it with is an Ice Beam that freezes the Ferrothorn, which is nice. But I still can't touch it with my Sharpedo, so I have to switch out now. And I switch into my Metagross, knowing that I have the Hammer Arm, and that's probably going to take out this Ferrothorn. But he makes a double switch and goes into his Snorlax. So that's probably a good play on his part, but not really sure. But knowing that I'll probably go for the Meteor Mash, he's gonna go into his Ferrothorn to you know for the Iron Barb's damage, which is always nice. And I actually get a crit on the Meteor Mash, fuck, which is just hilarious. But I switch out to my Sharpedo, knowing that from this range, an Ice Beam should be enough to take out this Ferrothorn. And I think now he goes... Well, actually, this is gonna be some pretty sweepish thing with my Sharpedo, because I think I take out all his members except his Gliscor. But I'm not really sure, but that's Tyranitar down. And now he's gonna go into, I believe, his Snorlax. Yep. Alright, so that's also down, and he's only got 3 pokes left, which are his Terrakion, which is also gonna die from a waterfall. But I don't know, normally in those situations Situations, fuck. I really can't talk today. Um, but what I wanted to say, I would just go into things with protect, like every time something dies, and then just switch out to the next death fodder, because that would do way more damage with the sandstorm and life orb and whatnot. But I don't know. He probably doesn't know that, or well, I don't know. Anyways, his last thing is the Gliscor, which, of course, if you remember from earlier, isn't burned. It has its toxic heal activated, and yeah, it actually proceeds to kind of stall out the rest of my team. I mean, I have this scarfed Salamence left, which has the Draco meter, but of course I don't have any special attack EVs, and basically I'm trying to kind of take a hit from this. Well, not take a hit, but to kind of bring this Gliscor down with some switching and then going for the Draco meter again. But with Protect, he can just gain a lot of health from the poison heal, and he's on 73% now. And if you remember, the last Draco meter I think did like 60 something percent. So that won't help me, because he can go for another Protect, and the next Draco meteor obviously isn't going to finish him off unless there's any crits. Fuck. And yeah, but this was an awesome game, probably the best I've had with this team. And yeah, this is also the last game that I'm gonna upload with this team. So yeah, all right. I guess that's it, and hope you enjoyed. Please leave a like if you did, and yeah. Peace out. Later.